Billions of years ago, Earth was nothing more than a swirling cloud of dust and gas, a lifeless, barren rock drifting through the cold vacuum of space. But in the blink of a cosmic eye, it transformed into the vibrant, thriving world we live on today. How did this happen? How did our planet evolve from chaos into the cradle of life? In the next 10 minutes, we'll take you on a journey through Earth's epic evolution, from fiery beginnings to the world we now call home. Our story begins 4.5 billion years ago in a young and chaotic solar system. The sun, newly born, burned bright as clouds of gas and dust swirled around it. Slowly, these particles collided and stuck together, forming larger and larger objects. One of these clumps would become the planet we now call Earth. But in its infancy, Earth was nothing like the blue and green paradise we know today. It was a fiery, molten sphere, constantly bombarded by asteroids and comets. The surface was a sea of lava, and the air was thick with toxic gases. This was an unrecognizable world, hostile, violent, and dangerous. But even in this chaos, the seeds of life were being planted. Deep within the earth, heavy elements like iron and nickel sank toward the core, while lighter materials rose to form the crust and mantle. Volcanoes erupted across the surface, releasing water vapor and carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. During these early years, Earth experienced a cataclysmic event that would shape its future forever. A Mars-sized object collided with the young Earth, sending debris flying into space. Over time, this debris coalesced into the Moon, our constant companion in the night sky. But this wasn't just a random collision. The Moon stabilized Earth's rotation and helped shape the cycles of night and day, even influencing the tides that would later play a crucial role in the development of life. From chaos, order began to emerge. But what about water? How did Earth, once a molten rock, become covered in vast oceans? Many scientists believe that water arrived on Earth through a series of collisions with icy comets and asteroids. Over millions of years, these icy bodies bombarded the planet, slowly releasing their precious cargo. And as the Earth cooled, the steam and vapor condensed, forming the first oceans. It was within these ancient waters that something extraordinary was about to happen. From fiery inferno to a world of water, Earth was beginning to look more familiar, but it was still a long way from being ready for life. About 3.8 billion years ago, something incredible happened. In the depths of Earth's oceans, surrounded by volcanic vents and intense heat, the first life forms emerged. These early organisms were simple, just single-celled bacteria, but they would set the stage for everything that came after. In the absence of sunlight, these early life forms used chemical reactions to create energy, a process known as chemosynthesis. Over millions of years, life spread across the oceans, adapting and evolving. But the air was still unbreathable, and the land remained barren. Then, around 2.5 billion years ago, the Earth underwent a radical transformation. Cyanobacteria, tiny organisms that could perform photosynthesis, began to release oxygen into the atmosphere. At first, this oxygen was absorbed by minerals in the oceans and on the land, but over time, the oxygen levels in the atmosphere began to rise. This period, known as the Great Oxygenation Event, would change the course of Earth's history forever. Oxygen not only made the air breathable, but it also paved the way for more complex life forms to evolve. However, it wasn't without its dangers. For many organisms that couldn't handle the new, oxygen-rich atmosphere, it was a time of mass extinction. But here's a question. How did life, which started as microscopic organisms in the depths of the ocean, evolve into the diverse, complex forms we see today? How did life take such a leap, from bacteria to plants, animals, and eventually, us? The answer lies in a series of incredible evolutionary leaps, fueled by the right conditions, competition, and time. Fast forward to 540 million years ago, and Earth was about to experience one of the most explosive periods in its evolutionary history. Known as the Cambrian explosion, this period saw a rapid increase in the diversity of life on Earth. For the first time, complex organisms with shells, skeletons, and specialized body parts began to appear. The oceans were teeming with strange and alien creatures, many of which would go on to become the ancestors of today's animals. This explosion of life was just the beginning. Over the next few 100 million years, plants would take root on land, followed by insects, amphibians, and eventually dinosaurs. Dinosaurs ruled the Earth for over 160 million years. These massive, awe-inspiring creatures dominated the land, sky, and sea. The Earth was a different place back then, warmer, more tropical, and teeming with life. But the age of the dinosaurs was not destined to last. Around 65 million years ago, a catastrophic event brought their reign to a sudden and violent end. A massive asteroid collided with Earth, triggering a chain of events that wiped out nearly 75% of all life on the planet. The dinosaurs were gone, but their extinction opened the door for a new group of animals to rise to dominance. With the dinosaurs gone, mammals, small furry creatures that had mostly lived in the shadows, began to evolve and diversify. Over millions of years, they grew larger, more intelligent, and more adaptable. And then, around 200,000 years ago, a new species appeared, Homo sapiens. Our ancestors were clever, tool-using primates who would go on to shape the world in ways no other creature had before. We spread across the globe, developing languages, cultures, and technologies that would forever alter the course of Earth's history. And here we are now, standing on the shoulders of billions of years of evolution on a planet that has seen more change than we can comprehend. From fiery beginnings to ice ages, from mass extinctions to the rise of human civilization, Earth has been through it all, but the story isn't over yet. As we look to the future, we have to ask ourselves, what will happen next? Will we continue to shape and protect this planet, or will we push it toward another mass extinction? Will life continue to evolve, or will we be the ones to halt its progress? Earth's evolution has been a tale of survival, transformation, and adaptation. It is a living, breathing planet, constantly changing, constantly evolving. And we, as humans, are just a tiny part of its vast story. The Earth will continue to change long after we're gone. The question is, what role will we play in its next chapter? Thanks for watching. If you found this journey through Earth's evolution fascinating, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let us know in the comments, where do you think Earth's story will go next?